Hello guys, welcome to Rastec GH. Now we are going to continue. That is our training. Okay, now let's open our tutorial. The last time we ended here. So we talked about that is how to do these things and also how to do a certain table like this. So we are going to use it, do it gradually by gradually, then you combine it with any kind of data that you want. So this one is sheet 1, sheet 2, sheet 3. So let's see how we are going to rename a sheet, give it a color, right? Then we come back to our project. So you right click on that sheet, then you come to rename. So this one is maybe example. So you can name it a example. Okay, example. Okay. Then you press enter. That is that. Now, if you want to give it a color, okay, let's see, green. And also this one too, let me rename it like maybe example 2, example underscore 2. Okay, so now let me give it a color as well. Maybe this. Okay, so now this is how we rename our sheet, right? Okay, now the next thing is let's go back to our project. This one you have to write a name. The first one maybe Ras entry, and then maybe this one that is Okesie. Okay, then you fill out the name. So maybe Abena. And this one, let me give it maybe Kofi Manu. So let me do this one like maybe Abena Mansa. Okay. Yeah, Manu. And this one maybe Adjuankra. Okay. So now, what we are going to do is we need something called total. Now, and then the remarks, you will do it. Now, for the total, you have to enter the price, that is the unit price, and then the quantity, right? So you enter the unit price, the quantity, and then the total will automatically pop up. So now we are dealing with how are we going to use that as a formula. Remember we said every formula begins with what? Equal sign. Now, if you look at the top here, I don't have formula bar over there. So I have to show my formula bar over there. Go to view, formula bar there. Okay. Now, whatever formula that I'm going to type, you see it here. If I want to make any changes, you see it here. Okay, now, so the unit price, the quantity, then if you want to get the total, you have to multiply the unit price by the quantity for you to get a total, right? Okay, so now you have to write a certain formula that will automatically calculate that is the unit price and then the quantity as well. So the formula that you are going to write is not the amount, assuming the unit price here is 6 cedis. It's 6 cedis. And then the quantity the person is buying maybe 70. Now, the formula that you are going to kill in here, it's not that you are going to say maybe 60 times. No. In writing Excel formulas, we use the cell's name. We use the cell name. So if you look at this one, remember how we name a cell? If you remember, if you don't know, you have to go back to the previous videos. You'll see it. Okay. So if you want to do anything, you have to name a cell or name that particular cell that you want the data from. So this cell is known as what? I9, right? And this cell is known as G20. So if you look at it, that is the G20. Okay, now, so whatever thing that we are going to do here, we are going to just have a certain this particular cell and this particular cell name. So we will combine those particular cell. So whatever input that you are going to type in there, you see that it will automatically give you the exact quantity, right? Okay, let's see. So you have to begin with the equal sign. Now, every formula begins with what? Equal sign. So you begin with the equal sign. Then you move on to the name of this particular the name of this particular cell. So this particular cell is what? C2. So cell C2. Now in Excel, the multiplication is not this kind of multiplication that we know. This multiplication sign in Excel, it's not that particular multiplication, right? Okay, let me enlarge it. Let me enlarge it. Oh, let me delete this. Okay. Now in Excel, we have the multiplication sign that we use is the hash. That's the hash. That's the hash. Yeah, okay. So you begin with your equal to, then we call this particular cell name, that is cell C2. So cell C2. Then it's going to multiply. So you hold on your shift key and then you press on your, that is number 8. You see that this symbol is the multiplication in computing. This symbol is multiplication. Now we are going to multiply this particular cell by this particular cell. So what is the name of this cell? This cell is called cell D2. So cell D2. Now you press enter. Now if the person is buying, that is 70, and the unit price is what? 6 cedis, then it will automatically give you the total, right? So when you go to, so in case the unit price changes, the reasons why we don't enter the actual figure in that particular cell, but we enter the cell name, is that in case there's a change in data, there's a change in price or whatever data that you are inputting, we are calling the cell name so that if you change the particular data, then it will affect the total data. It will automatically draft it from there. So let's see. If assuming we have our unit price to be 3, that is the 3 cedis, you see it's a change to what? 210. So you are going to do it throughout, but in Excel, the way that we did our serial numbers, you can do the same thing to this one. You hold on here and you come here, you see that your cursor has changed to what? Plus sign. Then you hold on your left mouse button, drag it to the down. Now you see that we have 000 over there. Now it will automatically continue like that. So the formulas will automatically drag here. Now assuming we have here to be what? Maybe 8. Then the unit price is 8. The person is buying, assuming that is 56. You see that it will automatically give you this particular figure. So that is the way that we use multiplication sign. Now it's the same thing that we use addition sign, right? So let's see. Let me delete this. Let me delete the formula. Now the same thing. If I want to do this, equal to, remember every formula begins with what? Equal sign. Then you call this particular cell name. Then if you want to use addition, for instance, it depends on the way that you are doing. In multiplication, we said that after you have selected this, hold on your shift key, and this one, that's the multiplication. So in addition, that is holding your shift and then press the equal button. You see the addition, that is that, maybe this plus this, enter, then you see it like this. Now if in I'm now on formula bar, I want to make the changes on the formula bar. So if you want to do division, so in Excel, the division sign is the /, right? So enter, you see that. Okay, so this is the division sign, right? So if you see any calculation in Excel, you want to see the formula that the person key in. If the formula is an IT specialist, the person might hide all the formulas. Like me, you not see any formula. You just see that is the cell names. But behind the scene, there was a certain formula that is working over there. So that is that. This is the way that we do the calculation, that is using addition and subtraction multiplication, right? So that is that. The subtraction to is the same thing, equal to this particular cell minus this particular cell. Enter. So you see that we have negative 67, because if you subtract, that is 70 from 3, you get negative 67. So that is the way that we do all these things. So in our next video, you move on to how are we going to use a certain function. We have the meaning of the function and the formulas. we move on to the formula and its function. So in addition, we have some ways that you are not going to add it one after the other. In case you have so many data, you have to use a function to sum it up. See you in the next video from Rastec GH.